mabiliw, talas ang silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tulad ka ng magiging sa manlulupig. Di ka pasisiin sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bugaw. May dinagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagriningning. Ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Good afternoon, Oragon basketball fans. Welcome to the most anticipated showdown dito sa Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup. Dito lang sa ating all-star game. I'm 𝗔𝗽𝗿𝗶𝗶. Joining with me is 𝗖cie𝘃𝐂𝐿𝐄, and we will be your host for this afternoon.
And I will give the floor to Sir Kenneth for our first contest this afternoon, the skill contest competition.
All right, may we request the players to please prepare for the skills competition of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025. So before we proceed with the showdown, we are going to call the players who are included in the 3-point contest, skills contest, and dunk contest. Let's start with 𝗧𝗶𝗴𝗲𝗍. Palakpakan po natin. Garcia Alain, Abrazaldo Ashley, Ayo J. Joshua, Borsi John Paul, and Relucio. That is for the 3 points competition. Next, for the skills contest, we have Mendones Lars, Amaro John Roy Markey, Mondi Ross, Palilio Ephraim Jake, Borsi JP, Nuestro Justin, and Mase Francis. And for the dunk contest, we have Masinas Kenneth, Palahisef, Kiano Jeffrey. We'd like also to call the officiating officials to assist our players on the following competition. We have officiating officials. We have Ronnie Malinisa, Bunanong Chumacero Jr., Lourdes Inday, Orsena, CJ Sanchez, shot clock operator Gerald Deliva, assistant Barker Aaron Sales, Barker Kenneth Sales, a statistician, our FIBA accredited as a statistician of SBP Bicol, Sir Dion Pilios. May we call in the following for the skills contest. Lakpakan natin. Mendones Lars, Amaro John Roy Marky, Juan Viros, Palilio Efren Jake, Borsi John Paul, Nuestro Justin, Mase Francis. Our first two, we have Amaro Janroy Marky and Monay Ross. Please prepare. Again, Janroy Marky and Monay Ross, please prepare.
Check. here.
Same lang yan, pag ganun lang kayo, paikot lang kayo. Pero yung bounce nyo, nandito sa kaliwa. So dito nyo, tapos balik dito, basta lahat kanan. Okay, kaya na po ba? Naintindihan, sir?
First two. Sample lang. Try again. Breathe. Again. Are we good? May we request also first the officiating officials to please assist us. For our first two, please prepare Sandroy Marquis and Monay Ross. Ready, go! Good! Ayan na! There's Monay! Layup is good! Bounce pass! Try again! Bounce pass! Try again! Try again! Good! Monay on the lead! 37 seconds! Punch! Try again! For three! Try again! For three! Here's Monay, 1 minute! Monay for three! Oh, good! Bounce pass for Marky! Bounce pass Marky! Try again Marky! More Marky! More Marky! Why? Monay! Marky! 50 seconds! Ayan na! Uy! Ipasok mo na Marky! Marky, don't give up! Ito si Marky! Ayan naman si Monay! Uy! Ito pa si Marky! 1 minute! Uy! Marky ulit! Let's go, Marky. Don't give up. You still have time. Yun! Ito na ata. Yuy! 30 seconds. Let's go, Marky. Uy! Uy! 10 seconds. 5. End of the 3 minutes. And next we have Palilio, Jake and Borussia Jampol on the deck. Palilio, Jake and Borussia Jampol. Once again, the skills contest of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025. Go! Layup. Yeah. Uy! Uy! Eto na! Uy! Palilio! Uy! Let's go, John Paul! Good! Here's John Paul! Palilio, the lead! Palilio for 3! Layup for John Paul! It's good! 3 points! Hey! We still have time! John Paul! Let's go, John Paul! Try again, John Paul. Uy! Oop. Let's go, John Paul. Uy! John Paul! Let's go, John Paul! Here's John Paul! For 3 points attempt, John Paul! Borussia! 3! Next, we have nuestro Justin and Mase Francis. Ready? You know, layup is good. Way. Nuestro no good. Way. Nice reporting. Napashoot na. Francis. Ito na si Francis. Bounce pass. Ito na. Uy! Nuestro After Mase, here's nuestro layup. It's good. Try again. Try again. Whee! Almost there. Almost there. Mase. It's good. 1 minute. Here's Nuestro on the lead. Nuestro making his attempt for 3. Another attempt for Nuestro for 3. It's good. And now for the finals of the skill contest of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025. Let's call on 𝗖cie Jake and 𝐴𝐶𝐃 Janvo. 47 seconds and 1 minute and 32 seconds. 𝗖cie got 47 seconds and 𝐴𝐶𝐃 JP got 1 minute and 32 seconds. Top 1 and top 2 shall proceed to the finals of the skill contest. Sino kaya ang mananalo? Eto na. Again, it's 𝗖cie and Janvo on the finals. Here we go. Labas good. Ayan na. Here's 𝐴𝐶𝐃. 𝐴𝐶𝐃 attempt for layup is good. 𝐴𝐶𝐃 on his way. 𝐴𝐶𝐃 on his way. And here's 𝗖cie making his move. 𝗖cie after 𝐴𝐶𝐃. 𝗖cie for 3. Here's 𝗖cie. For the last attempt of 𝗖cie, I guess, bang! Once again, congratulations to 𝗖cie playing Czech for winning the skill contest 2025 of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup. Once again, Palilio Jake, congratulations for winning the skills contest of Oragon Basketball League 2025. You're the first person who won our skills contest under Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025. And for our winner of the Skills Contest 2025 competition, you will receive a gift certificate from Birdbacks. Palakpakan natin. And voucher from Kuya Boy, Halo Halo, and Treats. And of course, cash prize of 1,000 pesos. Congratulations, Palilio Jake. Here we go. Here we go. The first challenger for our 2 points competition will be let's start with the 3 points competition. The first challenger will be 𝐬𝐿. The first 4 balls is equivalent to 2 points, and the last ball will be equivalent to 3 points. Okay, stand corrected. The first 4 balls is equivalent to the first 1 point, and the last ball will be equivalent to 3 points. 2 points rather. 1, 1, 2. Okay. 2 minutes. Or ready? Joshua Ayo, are you ready? Palakpakan natin our first challenger, Joshua Ayo. Here we go. 1 point. 2 points. 1 point. 1 point. And for the 2 points, attempt. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 minute. 2 points. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. Joshua Ayo of NCF Tigers got 13 points. Of Universidad San Isabel. Let's start. 𝗓𝗏. 1 point. 1 point. One point. For the 2 points attempt, 2 points. 1 point. One point. 2 points. One point. 1 point. 1 point. One point. 1 point. 1 point. 𝗓𝗏 of Universidad de San Isabel got 50 points.
Low.
1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 2 points. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 2 point. Juan Liliano got 50 points. 𝗏𝗏 Russo, are you ready? Ready! _1 point. 1 point. One point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 2 points. Producer got 11 points of 𝗷𝗽𝗏𝐻. And next, the next challenger will be Garcia. Here we go, Garcia, are you ready? One point. 2 points. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. Garcia got 12 points. Let's proceed to the finals of 3 points competition. May call in 𝗷𝗏𝗍 of Universidad de Santa Isabel and Mon Aureliano of Ateneo de Naga University. And the first challenger for the finals of 3 points competition will be 𝗷𝗏𝗍. 1 point. 2 point. 1 point. 2 1 point. 2 points. 1 point. 2 points. 1 point. 2 points. 1 point. 2 points. 14 points. And now for the Mon Arellano of El Ateneo de Naga University. One point. 2 points. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. 2 points. 1 point. 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 2 points. Mon Arellano got 19 points. Congratulations, Mon Arellano, for winning the 3 points competition of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025. For our 3 points competition winner, Mon Arellano of Ateneo de Naga University. Once again, congratulations, Mon Arellano of Ateneo de Naga University for winning the 3 points competition of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025. And let's proceed to the next Slam Dunk competition. One of the highlights of this afternoon event is the Slam Dunk competition. Let's start with the first challenger. Masinas Kenneth. Once again, this Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025 dunk contest. And our first challenger will be Kenneth Masinas of Tri-Feet Naga. First attempt. Here we go, Kenneth Masinas. For the second attempt, Masinas! Take your time. You can do it. For the third attempt, fly high, Kenneth Masinas! What a dunk!
The score is 9.
For Coach Ruden of Crescendo Motor, the score is 9. And for Sir JM of Oragon Sports TV, the score will be
8/10.
8. So you got 9 and 8. And the next will be Palahe. The second challenger will be Palahe of NCF Tigers. Take your time, Palahe. Here's Palahe. First attempt. Very good.
My score is 7.
Same 7/10.
So you got 14. Sino 15? Next, we have Kirano Jeffrey of Universidad de Santa Isabel. Here we go!
8.5/10.
8.
16.5. Tama. You got 16.5. Next will be Zimo Momoni. Make some noise to Zimo Momoni. Here's Zimo. First step. Calculating the basket. Second attempt, Zimo. Zimo! Almost there. You can have your third attempt. For the third attempt, Zimo. Whee! Basket! Basket! What a dunk by Zimo! Again, for the fourth attempt. Are we gonna make it? for the fourth attempt. Here we go, 𝐁𝐀𝐒𝐊𝐄. Uy! Substitute. Revolve substitution with the assistant. Anong nangyari dun sa nag-assist? I think you'll perfect this one, 𝐁𝐀𝐒𝐊𝐄. Uy! They're making a play, Coach Brian. Coach Brian, is it part of the play? 𝐁𝐀𝐒𝐊𝐄. Uy! Uy! Here we go again. For the next freestyle of 𝐁𝐀𝐒𝐊𝐄. 𝐁𝐀𝐒𝐊𝐄. Ni. So from the coach then of Gontigo Motors and Sir JM of Oragon Sports TV, they both give 8.5. So for the top two, we have Masinas Kenneth and 𝐁𝐀𝐒 Mumuni for the finals of the dunk contest. Masinas got 17 points and Mumuni got 17 points. Here is the finals. For the finals of the dunk contest, we have Masinas and 𝐁𝐀𝐒. Where is 𝐁𝐀𝐒 and Masinas? The first challenger for the finals dunk contest will be Masinas Kenneth of Tri-Feet Naga. Ayan na! As you can see, Masinas is preparing for his Islam show with his two friends. Uy! Ayan na! Anong dunk kaya ito? Ang tawag ata dito is luksong baka dunk. The jumping cow. Only at Oragon Basketball League. Here is Kenneth Masinas. Masinas fly high! What a dunk by Masinas!
9/10. 9/10.
10. So Masinas got 19 points. And now, the last contender will be 𝐁𝐀𝐒 Mumuni. Here's now 𝐁𝐀𝐒 Mumuni making his Slam show, fly high. Are he going to use 2 balls? Whoa! Excited to see Jimo Momuni's dunk. Here we go! Momuni! What a dunk by Momuni! Boom! You still have your attempt, Momuni. Momuni, inspired by Taylor Mayon. Momuni. Here's Momuni. Momuni! Let's have your attempt. Here's Jimo Momuni! 8/10 and 7/10. Congratulations to Kenneth Masinas of Tri-Fit Naga for winning the dunk contest of Oragon Basketball League.
Sure. 𝗖𝐶𝘃𝗃𝗿𝗏 safe.
So you receive cash, 𝗖𝐶𝘃𝗃𝗿𝗏 and burbacks and safe. Once again, congratulations to Kenneth Masinas. Once again, our winner of the dunk contest of Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup 2025 is Kenneth Masinas of Tri-Fit Naga Fitness Box. Congratulations, Kenneth Masinas.
From the Bicol first ever P-pop group, let us all welcome Aurora.
Bakit kaya lagi sa tuwing nandyan ka? Mga problema ay aking kinakaya. Para malamdaman ko biglang gumagaan. Ang gusto ko'y kaya aking pasalamatan. Bakit iba itong nararamdaman? Bakit nga ba ako'y nagugulhan? Mga alaalang kay sarap na babagkan. Hindi po siya lagi sa puso at isipan. Di ka nawawala. It's here by my side. Di ko alam ang nangyayari pag tumigil. Di ko man masabi sana ito kaya ituloy mo pa. O pag-ibig mo pa. Ay nangyayari ang aking di ko na mapigil ang damdamin na sa akin ay nadarama ko na lagi na akong nakangiti, diba? Lagi lang ikaw ang iniisip, you're the one who makes it. Maling di ka mawala, just stay by my side, yeah. Dahil kahit na ano pang harapin, kakayanin ang pag-ibig ko sa'yo, hindi ko nilimutin. Di ka nawawala, it's here by my side. Di ko alam ang nangyayari pag tumigil. Di ko man masabi sana ito kaya nakituloy mo pa. O pag-ibig mo pa.
this juncture, we will now proceed to the All-Stars game for this afternoon. We have the Team Isarog versus the Team Mayon. So ayan, marami ng ating audience here at the NCF covered court, and of course sa lahat po ng nasa labas, we are now free admission. So pwede po kayong pumasok para manood sa ating mga magagaling na manlalaro for this afternoon. So Sir Kenneth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed with the All-Star game. It's the Team Mayon versus Isarog. But before that, we request Aurora to have a picture opportunity with our commissioner and together with the 𝐿abil Cup and the coaches also. May I request the coaches of both teams. Coaches, both team, coach of Mayon and coach of Isarog, please proceed here at the center court for a photo opportunity. We have Team Isarog. May we request also the Team Mayon. May we prepare the officiating officials. We have Ronnie Melissa, Gunanong Chumasera, Lourdes Orcena, and CJ Sanchez. Papa.
Okay lang yan, ma'am. Kaputan to na lang, Mike King.
again here on Oragon Sports TV para sa ating Oragon Basketball League-Elavil Cup Season 1. Is All-Stars. Yung mga commentators, I am 𝐎𝐑𝐿𝐴 and with me is 𝗧𝗶𝗴𝗲𝗍 para mapanood kasama sa mga Good afternoon, Bicolanja. We are live here at Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon, at live na live po dito sa loob ng Naga College Foundation Covered Court para sa Oragon Basketball League Season 1 Elavil Cup. Pero ngayon po, it is All-Stars. Nagsama-sama po ang magagaling ng mga teams at kupunan dito sa Oragon Basketball League. And of course, yung mga standout players nasa iisang team lamang po. At kasama niyo pa rin po ang inyong mga commentators. I am 𝐎𝐑𝐿𝐴 and with me is 𝗧𝗶𝗴𝗲𝗍.
Ayan, nabanggit mo, All-Stars. So, labanan ito ng mga stars on different players, on different teams dito sa ating OBL Elavil Cup. Nagbabalik po kaming dalawa para magatid ng magandang basketball action this afternoon. We are live here at NCF Covered Court, and of course, sa ating media partner, we have the 𝐁&TV48 Naga, Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. So meron tayo ngayong dalawang kupunan na talaga namang I'm sure maraming manunood at tututok sa bakbakan between Team Mayon and Team 𝐸𝐴. Nakita nga natin dito on the side of Team Mayon, we have their head coach, Coach 𝗃𝗃 and on the other side of things, Team 𝐸𝐴, we have Coach Brian Ayo. So I'm sure these two teams talagang mag-showcase ng napakagandang bakbakan this afternoon because we know na tinipon nga dito yung iba't ibang magagaling na players on different teams para sa araw na ito. So sino ang mananalo between Team Mayon and Team 𝐸𝐴? Yan ang aabangan natin maya-maya.
And of course, ang gaganda, aabangan natin yung combination of players here from different teams ng ating OBL. Nakita na natin silang maglaro sa elimination round ng OBL Season 1 and now, watching them play with different players. And of course, ito yung mga magagaling sa kanilang kupunan. Kaya naman talagang kaabang-abang po yung magiging laban ngayon ng KD Sportswear 𝐸𝐴 at Taylor Swift Mayon na pinangungunahan ngayon ni Coach Brian at Coach 𝗃𝗃. Ngayon nakita na nga natin yung lineup dito sa side ng Team Taylor Swift Mayon. We have Chimo Momoni, Marcalio, Asipor, Basagre, Betito, Burse, Relucion, Masinas, Nuestro, Relata, Buena Obra, Base, Sakido, Monay. Dalawang Sakido yung meron tayo dito sa Team Taylor Swift Mayon.
Ayan, makakarap naman dito ng Team Mayon is the Team KD Sportswear 𝐸𝐴, headed by Coach Brian. And of course, their coaching team. We have Coach Arlen, Coach Noel, and Coach Miggy. Yan, ang players naman dito on the other side of things, we have Bagalong, Taugan, Aureliano, Plaza, Quejano, Doloso, Martinez, Batiancela, Pado, Martinez, Punzalan, Caroche, Razon, Puerta, and Ayo. So, let's see kung kanino mapupunta ang napaka-exciting na match this afternoon. And speaking of these two great head coach, makakasama natin ang ating courtside reporter at kung sino man ang kasama niyang head coach. Now, Chen, Lita on the side of Team Mayon. Go ahead.
Marahay na hapon, Rick and Tin, and of course, sa aming mga Oragon fans. Alam kong excited na kayo sa inaabangang bakbakang ito. This is not just any game. It is a clash of veterans, a showdown between the two teams na pinagsama-sama ang mga veteranong manlalaro and rising stars. Kaya naman may makakasama nga ako dito sa side ng Taylor Swift Mayon. Huwag na nating patagalin pa. Let us all welcome ang kanilang head coach na si Coach 𝗃𝗃. Ayan, Coach, good afternoon po. Since this is a brand new team and alam nating pinaghalo-halong magagaling na manlalaro galing sa iba't ibang kupunan, what can you say sa lineup na meron kayo ngayon?
Actually, no
ko nakita yung lineup namin, parang nakita ko masyadong small. Kaso may mga nangyari, may mga unavailable players kami ngayon, so may mga emergency replacement kami. Parang mas naging maganda yung standing ng lineup namin. So I'm excited with this group of players, and going for the win kami for today's game. Yan.
Ayan, Coach, what can we expect from your team po?
Effort, tsaka yung defense. Kasi may mga may mga veteran players kami na alam ko mag-guide naman sa mga younger players. Tapos meron naman kaming size. So ang expect nyo lang na hindi ito magiging yung parang all-star na talagang laro-laro lang. Talagang we're going for the win for this game.
And Coach, invite mo naman ang ating mga Oragon viewers na manood sa inyong laro for today.
All the viewers, manood po kayo. Sobrang magiging maganda tong laban na to kasi pinaghalo-halo ng mga players ng OBL. And yung mga nasa bahay, manood kayo ng live. Yung mga malapit lang, free naman yung entrance dito. So, I'm inviting everyone to support OBL All-Star Game. Thank you.
And Coach, thank you so much and good luck to the team. Kaya naman mga Oragon, sikaping tumutok dito lang sa Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. Once again, this is 𝐁𝐿, balik sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Chen. Ayan nga dito si Coach 𝗃𝗏. Hindi siya pupunta dito para maglaro lamang. Nandito siya to really fight at talagang seryosohin yung ating All-Stars game. And of course, nasabi nga kanina ni Coach 𝗃𝗏 na talagang merong last-minute replacement doon sa ibang players dito sa kanilang side ng Taylor Swift ngayon. But at the same time, mas confident siya sa kanyang line-up ng mga players ngayon. Kaya titingnan natin if ito bang Taylor Swift ngayon, talagang makukuha nila yung panalo nitong ating All-Stars game ngayong hapon na ito. And on the side of KD Sportswear 𝐸𝐶, isa ding magaganda yung line-up na ipinapakita dito sa kanilang kupunan. And to hear an update at kung sino kasama ni 𝐿𝐼, tawagin na natin siya. Hi 𝐿𝐼, anong update natin dyan?
Thank you, Rick and Tina. Good afternoon, Oragons, and to all our basketball fans all around the world. They're watching us live by GNTV 48 Naga, Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. We are now on the most awaited game here at Oragon Basketball League, the All-Star Game. Muling maghaharap ang Mayon versus the 𝐸𝐶. And to know their preparation for this game, we have their head coach, Coach Brian Ayo. Coach Bri, good afternoon. Coach, kamusta po dahil this is a brand new team and iba't ibang manlalaro galing sa iba't ibang kupunan, mga magagaling na manlalaro. Ano pong masasabi nyo sa lineup nyo for this afternoon?
Our lineup is composed of veteran players and seasoned collegiate players. So, exciting tong lineup namin. So, we will just give the fans na yung gusto nilang laro and we will enjoy the game.
And Coach, since yan nga po maraming fans ang nag-aabang dito sa laban na ito, Coach 𝗃𝗏 versus Coach Bri, Coach, ano po ba ang i-expect namin sa team nyo for this afternoon, especially our live viewers?
We will play our best, tapos we will give the fans what they want, yung exciting na basketball game na Oragon.
And of course, Coach, since marami ang nanonood sa atin, please invite our viewers to support you and your team.
Please watch and support Oragon Basketball League and the Oragon Basketball All-Star Game.
Thank you so much, Coach, and best of luck. There you have it. That is the head coach of the KD Sportswear, Coach Brian Ayo. That's all for now. Balik sa inyo, Rick and Chin.
Ayan, thank you so much, 𝐿𝐼, for that. And of course, thank you so much, Coach Brian, for giving us insight on your lineup. So nabanggit nga dito ni Coach Brian na their team is composed of different veteran players and of course seasoned collegiate players dito sa ating Oragon Basketball League. So I'm so excited sa ipapakita ng dalawang kupunan na ito. And of course, aabangan natin dito yung magiging connection between those players dito sa dalawang kupunan because we know na on our OBL Elavil Cup, magkakalaban itong mga kupunan na ito. So let's see kung kanino mapupunta ang napakagandang game plan and connection inside the hard court. So tutok lamang because when we return, matutuklasan na natin at sisimula na ang first quarter para dito sa ating All-Star OBL Elavil Cup League.
Ano, maorad ka? Catch Oragon Basketball League on Oragon Sports TV. Liga ng mga Kampiyon!
May hirap at sakripisyo, ngunit sa dulo, nagwawagi ang prinsipyo. Kahit anong hamon, kami ay tumatayo sa puso ng Oragon, tagumpay ang totoo. Kampeon ang Oragon, walang magkatatalo. Sa laro ng buhay kami panalo. Kampeon ang Oragon, ang logo. Sa puso at isip, kapatiran at respeto laging nating bibig. Oragon kami, handa sa laban. Lakas at tapang sa bawat galawan. Hindi sumusuko kahit saan mapunta. Pagkaisa ang aming sandata. Kampeon ang Oragon, walang
And we are back inside of the Naga College Foundation covered court para sa laban ng Team Mayon and Team 𝗖cie for our All-Star game. And now we can see the starting lineup for both teams. 𝗔𝗽𝗿 and Martinez for the jump ball. Ngayon, titingnan na natin yung combination ng paglalaro dito ng mga magagaling na players from different teams of Oragon Basketball League. So let's see kung ano ba yung gagawin nila ngayon. Meron silang mga bagong ka-teammate. Ano yung gagawin nila dito? And of course, yung every team is composed of defensive players, offensive players. Kaya magiging maganda yung takbo ng ating laban ngayong hapon ito. Now, for the Team 𝗖cie, Carlo Caroche passes to Martinez. Fadeaway shot, that's good. Martinez. Ayun, medyo mainit-init siya dito sa ating pagsimula ng All-Star game.
What would be the answer on the side of Mayon? And Martinez again getting that rebound on their side. Nagmamadali and a steal coming from Sakido. Plaza goes inside, passing it to Margallo with that attempt, no good. Taugan unsuccessful in that one, but a foul was whistled on the side of Team 𝗖cie. Now Kevin Taugan with that free throw opportunity.
Now on the side of Team Mayon, having Kevin Taugan and Margallo on the same team. Napakaganda nung magiging connection itong dalawang kupunan. And also, Ken Taugan on the other side, Team Isarog with Carlo Caroche, Ayo, Martinez. Talagang magiging maganda yung ating laban ngayong hapon na to. And of course, ngayon pa lang parang medyo lilo pa yung laro dito at pinapakiramdaman pa nila yung kada.
Yes, talagang tinitignan pa dito yung game plan between these two teams. And beautiful layup coming from Margallo on your screen. Talagang si Margallo very consistent. Nasa NCF man na side, and up until this All-Star match, talagang maaasahan itong si Margallo, and what a great steal on the side of their team. Kevin Taugan, back-to-back points on the side of Team Mayon, and wow, this is, we've been waiting for on the side of their team because napakinggan nga natin dito itong si Coach 𝗔𝗵𝗏 na hindi ito basta-basta laro lamang para sa kanilang kupunan. They attended this All-Star match for them to win para dito sa araw na ito. So let's see kung kanino nga mapupunta ang napakagandang simula para dito sa ating unang quarter ng laro.
And it's the same with the Team Isarog. Andito sila to really fight well. And we can see here, 2 puntos na lamang hinahabol ng kanilang kupunan. But Margallo with that in and out basket. Now, Isarog, but is still coming from Margallo. Dire-diretso. Babawi no good. Carlo Caroche passes to Ayo. Now Ayo for a 3-point shot. Still no good here. Now we only have 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining for our first quarter here. Plaza ngayon.
Ayo getting that one on their side. Magalong heavily guarded and successful on that attempt. So we are all tied up at 6. Para dito sa pagsisimula ng ating unang quarter.
The Plaza passes to Taugan.
Great
but
block.
Denied. Now Carlo, heavily guarded here, passes on the other side. 15 seconds to shoot. Grabe yung depensa dito ng team Mayon. Margallo goes inside, but Martinez was there to deny that ball.
And Plaza stealing that one, and the ball possession will still on the side of Team Mayon. Now nakikita natin dito na dikit ang ating score, and yun nga, first quarter pa lamang team, so talagang pinag-aaralan ng dalawang kupunan ng bawat isang galaw dito sa ating NCF covered court between these two teams. And now Caroche itatawid ng bola on their side.
We're tied on 6-all for our first quarter, but Sakino still that ball. Ngayon, solo getting that 2-point lead against Team Isarog.
Wow, Teen, a lot of steals on the side of Team Mayon. Martinez unsuccessful on that, but again, referee's call on that foul. Martinez will be giving 2 shots on their side, unsuccessful. 10-6 is our score.
Ganda ng lineup dito ng Team Isarog for our starting lineup. Martinez, Carlo Caroche, Ayo, Magalong, and Ken Taugan. Talagang doon sa kanilang team, sila yung mga star players dito. Ang ganda-ganda ng performance na ipinapakita nila dito. But right now, they need to be a team. So let's see. As Mayon with this ball possession, Sakino releases a 3. Still no good here. But Chino was there for that second chance point. And Mayon with that 4-point lead here.
And now Caroche heavily guarded here, passing it to Ken Taugan. An attempt for 3, and again, Taugan with that 3 points. Now, his brother Pasok din yung attempt na yon. So again, nabanggit mo dito na napakaganda nga ng lineup on the side of 𝐸𝐶. And of course, hindi rin papatalo dito yung lineup on the side of Team Mayon. We have Mumuni and we have Plaza together with Taugan, and ang may hawak ng bola ngayon, Margallo, jersey number 2. Talagang kompleto din on the side of their team. Taugan ngayon, 1v1 with Sakido, unsuccessful on that layup. 14-12 is our score. Kevin, an attempt for 3 and a foul to his brother. Magkalaban pala dito yung magkapatid.
Now, kompletos Ricados na talaga itong ating dalawang kupunan. Yung challenge na lang sa kanila, kung paano nila gagawan ng paraan na mag-work sila flawlessly.
Yes.
Dahil nga ngayon pa lang sila magkakaroon ng connection and chemistry. So let's see. As we are now on the 3-minute and 51 seconds of our first quarter. Now the second lineup on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶 here. We have Guarin Arellano, Batian Sala, and Doloso on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶. Also, nagpalit na din sa side dito ng Team Mayon. We also have Relucio. And still on the court, Kevin Taugan Jimo. And Margallo here. Now 16-12, a 4-point lead of Team Mayon. Now, stepping on that free throw line, Arellano.
Doloso to inbound on the side of 𝐸𝐶. Passing it to Batiancela. And Batiancela successful on that shot. Wow, kakapasok pa lamang at kakapalit pa lamang ng first 5 for these both teams. But again, very effective lineup and a great steal coming from the side of 𝐸𝐶. Batiancela passing it to jersey number 10. And with that, back-to-back points on the side of their team.
Looking at that lineup of 𝐸𝐶, we have Quijano and Guarin, defensive players, but at the same time, mapagkakatiwalaan mo when it comes to offense, most especially Quijano. Now Relucio, no good. Let's see, 𝐸𝐶 with that 1-point lead. No good on that attempt coming from Quijano. Now let's see here, Mayon. Kung kanina maganda yung pagsimula dito ng Team Mayon, pero agad na kuha ng Team 𝐸𝐶 yung kanilang play dito. Now Mase, too short for that one, but Chimo, no good on that second chance.
Natin 17-16, abante ng isang puntos dito ang side ng 𝐸𝐶. And still their ball possession. Arellano to Doloso. And a great steal coming from Mase. A very long pass. And with that, Doloso getting that one on their side. Doloso fires for 3. No good. Guarin successful on that shot. Now, napakaganda na ngayon ang ipinapakita on the side of 𝐸𝐶. Slowly but surely getting a point on their side. Monay to Relucio. And great pass. Nakita doon si Masinas inside and getting a point on their side. 1 point ang abante on the side of 𝐸𝐶.
And Guarin being the youngest on the side of 𝐸𝐶. Pero siya pa rin dito yung magandang ipinapakitang laro when it comes to defense as well as the offense. Now let's see here as the 𝐸𝐶, talagang they're striking for this first quarter. 1 minute and 32 seconds remaining. Let's see. Now, Batiancela, or Guarin rather, passes to Doloso. Now Doloso goes inside, no good. Mancinas gets that rebound.
Mase nagmamadali, losing that ball. And nakasteal naman dito, nakabawi and Monay with that unsuccessful attempt. Back to Isarog, ball possession. But Yancela finding his teammate. Nakuha dito ni Arellano yung bola. Back to him. Chance for them to have a point here. And Mase. Wow. Again, Mase showing us his great defense and great offense para dito kay Mase on the side of Team Mayon. And with that, abante dito ng 2 puntos ang kanilang kupunan with the remaining time of 30 seconds para dito sa ating unang quarter.
Now 27 seconds remaining for our first quarter. At 2 puntos na nga ang abante dito ng Team Mayon. Binawi agad yung kaninang magandang momentum ng Team Isarog. Pagpasok ng kanilang second lineup. But this time, Mayon looking for an advantage here. Now Guarin. That's good for his first free throw. Now let's see kung ano pa yung ipapakita dito ng mga players. Because they shine individually during their playing time on their respective teams. But now, they are working as a team here. Now Relucio gets that ball. Pero nagkakaagawan dito. Team Mayon getting that possession with only 7 seconds remaining. Mase. But a whistled foul. A foul was whistled on Guarin. No Mancinas. First free throw was good. To 22 for Team Mayon. For 23 now with that second free throw. Now Arellano for a buzzer beater. No good, and we ended the first quarter of our all-star game 23-20 in favor of Team Taylor Swift Mayon. Now let's see for our second quarter kung sino nga ba ang aarangkada only here on Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. And we are back for the second quarter of our all-star game between Team KD Sportswear Isarog and Taylor Swift Mayon. And during that first quarter, it is Team Mayon with that advantage of 3 points. But also, Team Isarog bumawi during that halfway of first quarter. But now let's see for our second quarter if these players will bounce back and make more effort to get this win or to get this lead for the second quarter of this all-star game. Now, Martinez back on the court here. Now, he will be on that free throw line for 2 shots here. Now, on the side of Team Isarog, nakita naman natin yung paglalaro kanina ng ibang players like Doloso, Magalong, and Ayo. While on the other side, Gimo, Margallo, and the rest of the players here. Now, Isarog stealing that ball. Pass to Batiansala. 20 seconds to shoot here. Martinez now looking for a hole here. Martinez going inside, but a whistled foul. Pushing foul. Yung itatawag dito on the side of Team Mayon. Now, he will be back on that free throw line. Team 𝐸𝐶 talagang they're doing everything to lessen that gap or even take on the lead here against Team Mayon. Now Mayon on their ball possession. Mase passes to Mancinas. Denied by Quijano, but that ball will stay on the side of Team Mayon here. At nakikita nga natin, Rick, merong ibang mga players na nagsusuot ng ibang jersey. Ito na po yung sinasabi dito ni Coach 𝗃𝗃 na last minute substitution or replacement do sa kanilang mga players here. And Del Rosario, isa sa mga players na talagang kinuha dito ni Coach 𝗃𝗃. Now, Punzalan. No good. Mancinas with that rebound. Let's see here for our second quarter.
Foul was whistled on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶. 25-23 is our score. Abante ng 2 puntos dito ang side ng Team 𝐸𝐶. And speaking of Team 𝐸𝐶, to hear more about their team, let's call our courtside reporter Kyla. Hi Kyla, anong balita on your side?
Thank you, Rick and Chin. We are now on the second quarter of this matchup. We can really say that this is a all-star game because all the players are contributing for their team. For the KD Sportswear, medyo maalat man na naging simula, but they bounce back every after lapses they committed. Rick and Chin, ang diskarte nga ng coaches for this game ay from veterans to collegiate ang kanilang pinapasok sa loob ng court. They continue to remind the players to always step up, never be complacent, and always have their team chemistry. Yan muna for now. Balik sa inyo, Rick and Chin.
Thank you so much, Kyla. Yan nga, chemistry yung kailangan dito ng Team 𝐸𝐶. Because looking back on that first quarter, nakita natin siya during that halfway of that quarter. And this time, they need to be consistent on that kind of gameplay on their side. Because as of the moment, it is 2 points yung hawak po ng Team Mayon dito sa ating second quarter. Now a whistled foul again here on the side of Team Mayon. 27-25. At doon naman sa Team Mayon, ano pa ba yung ipapakita nila dito? Looking at this lineup of their team, we have Nuestro, Margallo, Del Rosario, and the rest of the players here. Now to hear an update on the side of Team Mayon, we have our courtside reporter Chan. Hi Chan, anong update natin Chan?
Well, thank you, Rick. We are now on the second quarter of the game. During the huddle nga, bago magsimula ang laro, Coach 𝗃𝗃 emphasize na go for the win, na kung saan ito ang kanilang magiging mindset para sa larong ito. Dagdag pa niya, every opportunity is precious. Play hard once you give a chance. Kaya hindi nagkakalayo ang score sa pagitan ng dalawang kupunan kahit may iilan na mga hindi available for this game sa kupunan ito. Last reminder lang for this quarter na bawasan ng dribble. They have to be ready at para ma-execute ang play ng properly. Yan lamang, and I'll be back for more updates.
And thank you so much, Chen, for that update. So yun nga, talagang hindi nagkakalayo dito ang ating score because we know talagang both teams, they are composed of different veterans players on different teams dito sa ating OBL-Elavil Cup League. So talagang asahan natin na magpa-perform ng maayos itong dalawang kupunan. So matira matibay at pagalingan lang dito sa outside shooting and inside shooting. And of course, their defense na talaga namang yan ang dapat tutukan for these both teams. 6 minutes and 58 seconds remaining for this first half. And 29-25 is our score in favor on the side of Team Mayon.
And we're still looking for that intensity of the game here for our all-star. And ito yung inaabangan din ng mga fans, yung magsasama-sama, yung mga galing na players from different teams. And we want to see different kind of game for both teams here. So, let's still tune in kung ano bang gagawin dito ng dalawang kupunan. And on that last sequence, medyo napalakas dito yung pasa ni Margallo to 𝗔𝗃𝗏. Now, Team 𝐸𝐶 with an opportunity here. 3-point lead coming from the side of Mayon. But Yansala passes here to Puerta. No, Puerta with 15 seconds to shoot. Fadeaway shot. That's good para dito sa Team 𝐸𝐶 at hindi din nagkakalayo yung puntos ng dalawang kupunan na to. Now mayon, with 𝐕𝐲 against Martinez.
Unsuccessful on that one, but 𝐁𝐀𝐆𝐲 got that ball on their side. An attempt for three, no good. 𝐕𝐲 on that rebound, passing it to 𝗂𝗏𝗀. And now Nuestro for three, no good. Now bola, mapupunta on the side of 𝐸𝐶. Passing it to 𝐁𝐀𝐆𝐲, and now Martinez, the big guy on the side of their team. And 3 points for him. Wow, napakaganda ng inilalaro dito ni Martinez. Nakita natin simula pa lang, talagang nakakakuha siya ng 2 puntos. And this time, 3 points para sa kanya. Grabe, mapa-outside shooting, inside shooting, talagang maaasahan itong si Martinez on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶.
Yes, he is really helpful on that defense of Team 𝐸𝐶. So they need to really count on this guy. Margallo now with 18 seconds to shoot here. Goes inside, tries. No good, but defensive rebound here. 𝗂𝗏𝗀 pass to Margallo once again, but this time a 3-point attempt. Still no good para dito sa Mayon, but an opportunity again here, as the ball will stay on their side with 14 seconds to shoot here. 29-31, baliktad na dito. It is Team 𝐸𝐶 with that 2-point lead, and Bagalong babalik dito sa loob ng hardcourt. Now Margallo, pass to 𝗂𝗏𝗀. Now 𝗂𝗏𝗀 with that long 3. Wala pa rin sa outside shooting dito ng Team Mayon. So let's see. They need to take this advantage for the Team 𝐸𝐶. Yung mga lost plays dito ng Team Mayon. Now Punzalan passes to Martinez. Not this time. Na Mayon. Mamadali dito. But a whistled foul. Talagang yung poste dito ni Martinez, kitang-kita dyan.
And now, Margallo with an opportunity to add their score here. Clean basket. 30-31 is our score. And again, wala pa dito sa dalawang kupunan ang talagang nagkakaroon ng napakagandang sunod-sunod na puntos. Offensive rebound para kay 𝐕𝐲, and wow, nakatalikod pa yung team on the side of Team Mayon. And with that, abante ulit dito ang kanilang kupunan.
4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining for our second quarter here. And Ayo and Tolgan babalik dito sa loob ng Team 𝐸𝐶. Now let's see here. Team Mayon with that 1-point lead. Nuestro passes to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Now 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 goes inside. Pero Margallo ngayon gagawa ng paraan. Now the connection of Team Mayon. Makikita na natin dyan. Now Team 𝐸𝐶. What will they do? Still no good here. 34-31 on our scoreboard. And Margallo stepping up for his team here. Pass on the other side. Nuestro to 𝗂𝗏𝗀. No good. 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining here. Gusto natin maramdaman lahat ng mga players dito. Now 𝐕𝐲. Kahit gaano kataas yung tore dito ng Mayon, Margallo was there to get that basket.
And wow, Margallo with that beautiful layup shot. 36-33 is our score. And now, Arellano to Doloso. Fires for 3, no good. Offensive rebound.
Still no good on that one. And it will stay on the side of 𝐸𝐶. Na Plaza and Ken Tolgan back on the court here. Aureliano pass to Ayo. Now Ayo. Oh, di pa natin nakikita dito yung magagandang outside shooting nitong mga star players from different teams. Now, Ken Togan versus Kevin. Same ball possession on that one. 2 minutes and 28. Still a 3-point lead of Team Mayon here. Margalio, isa sa mga key players ng Team Mayon. Have regarded here. Passes on the outside. Plaza. No good.
Ayo may hawak ng bola. Passing it to Ken Taugan. Unsuccessful on that 3-point attempt.
Now, Team Mayon. Margalio for that second chance. And that's a 3-pointer para dito sa kanilang kupunan. Adjusting their lead here. And now, medyo malaki-laki na yung kahabulin dito ng Team 𝐸𝐶. And now, an opportunity arises again for Team Mayon. But it was a foul. Now we're still looking for that intense one. A good second quarter, but still a good performance coming from both teams. Now Chimo, 2 free throws. No good on that first one. Now let's see for his second free throw here. 1 minute and 26 remaining for our first half. Now, anong gagawin dito ng Team 𝐸𝐶 with that 7-point lead of Team Mayon? Now Ayo. Heavily guarded. Asking for a screen here, Ayo. Almost loses it, but Doloso was there. No good on that offensive of Team 𝐸𝐶. And look at that as Margalio still pushing for Team Mayon here. 53 seconds. Ken. Double team here.
Wow, the defense on the side of Team Mayon. Wow, very unstoppable din dito si Margalio with that sunod-sunod na point conversion. Let's see with this remaining 42 seconds para sa ating first half kung kanino mapupunta ang napakagandang momentum. And speaking of momentum, nakakailang puntos na dito itong Team Mayon. That's why, looking at our scoreboard, 44-33 ang ating score. Abante pa rin dito ang Team Mayon. So again, what would be the adjustment on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶 for them to cut the lead na hawak dito ng Team Mayon? Great steal. And the ball will go on the side of Team Mayon. And that's the end of our first half. 46-33 is our score. And napakaganda ng nilalaro on the side of Team Mayon. What will be the answer on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶 when we return para dito sa ating All-Stars OBL-Elavil League?
Moraga, catch Oragon Basketball League on Oragon Sports TV. Liga ng mga Kampiyon!
May hirap at sakripisyo, ngunit sa dulo nagwawagi ang prinsipyo. Kahit anong hamon, kami ay tumatayo. Sa puso ng Oragon, tagumpay ang totoo. Kampeon ang Oragon, walang magkatatalo. Sa laro ng buhay kami panalo. Kampeon ang Oragon, ang loto. Sa puso at isip, kapatiran at respeto lagi natin bibig. Oragon kami, handa sa laban. Lakas at tapang sa bawat galawan. Hindi sumusuko kahit saan mapunta. Pagkaisa ang aming sandata. Kampeon ang Oragon, walang makatatalo. Sa laro ng buhay kami panalo. Kampeon ang Oragon, sa puso at isip, kapatiran at respeto lagi naming bitbit.
And we are back para sa ating All-Star Game dito sa Oragon Sports TV between KD Sportswear 𝐖cie𝘃𝐲 at Taylor Swift Mayon. At nakita nga po natin during that first half, it is Team Mayon talagang with their players, talagang nag-step up sila during that second quarter of the game. And we can really see the determination doon sa pagsimula up until the end of our second quarter. Kung kaya naman, a very big 10-point lead yung nagawa ngayon ng Team Mayon, making it 12 right now sa pagsimula po ng ating third quarter. So anong gagawin kaya dito ng Team 𝐖cie𝘃𝐲 now that the Team Mayon stepping up their gameplay here? Talagang Coach 𝗧𝗶𝗴, sabi niya nga, they're not just going to play, they will fight up until the end. And now we can really see with that gameplay of the Team 𝐖cie𝘃𝐲. Now, ito sa side naman ng Team Mayon, will they continue this kind of gameplay? Napakaganda na nung kanilang opensa at depensa. So, to hear an update on the side of Team Mayon, we have our courtside reporter, Chen. Hi, Chen. Anong update natin dyan?
Well, thank you, Rick and Tin. Nakatutok pa rin kayo dito sa ating second half of the game sa bakbakang nagpapakita ng kani-kanilang tibay at galing sa larangan ng basketball. Well, dito nga sa Taylor Swift Mayon, they are reminded to always set a break. Mas bigyan ng sipag sa loob ng hardcourt at lalong-lalo na huwag magpadala sa pressure para dito sa third quarter of the game. Sundin ang plan at kagaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, every chance is precious kaya huwag sayangin ang bawat puntos na pinaghihirapan. That's it for now. Balik sa inyo.
Ayan, thank you so much, Chen, for that update. So yung Team Mayon, talagang makikita natin dito na hindi lang ito basta laro on the side of Coach 𝗧𝗏𝗴 at sabi nga, paulit-ulit natin sinasabi na ipapanalo daw dito ng Team Mayon ang larong ito. So again, aabangan natin dito kung magiging consistent ba ang player dito ni Coach 𝗧𝗏𝗏 for them to successfully win this all-star match against the Team 𝐸𝐸. Now, 48-38 is our score. An attempt at 3 points para dito kay 𝗵𝗏𝗃 on the side of Team 𝐸𝐸. And speaking of Team 𝐸𝐸, to hear an update on their side, let's call our courtside reporter, Kayla. Hi Kayla, anong balita sa inyong koponan?
Thank you, Rick and Tino. We are now on the second half of this matchup. We can see the eagerness of the two teams to really get this game for the KD Sportswear. They are reminded to double their effort. Gawing seryoso ang laban na ito dahil lamang nga dito ang Taylor Swift Mayon. They are ahead a while ago ng double digit, kaya kailangan nilang doblehin ang kanilang effort para makabawi for this quarter. For the last reminders of coaches, they are reminded the team na ibuhos na ang lahat sa quarter na ito. Dahan-dahanin lang dahil makakabawi din sila. Yan muna for now. Balik sa inyo, Rick and Team.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Ayan nga, ang Team 𝐸𝐸, talagang they need to double their effort now because it is Team Mayon conquering the third quarter of the game. But as we can see right now, 48-41, that's a 7-point lead of Team Mayon na ibaba na nila sa single digit yung kalamangan dito ng Team Mayon. And now, as we can see on our screen, is our tropa of the game brought to us by 𝐧𝗶+ Electrolyte Drink. Wow, pretty ladies from our bench here on the side of our audience. Now, a timeout is called para dito sa ating dalawang koponan. 48-43 kung kanina nga before the third quarter starts, it is a double-digit lead of Team Mayon, but Team 𝐸𝐸, talagang nilaban nila a good offense on their side. And now looking at that point, only 5 points away on getting that lead or tie the game here for our third quarter. 6 minutes and 25 seconds remaining. So now let's see if Team 𝐸𝐸 will continue with that kind of game play. Now let's see here as Team Mayon with this ball possession. 𝗏𝗍. And 𝗏𝗏𝗏 with that 2 points. Still consistent sa kanyang paglalaro dito. And another steal here for their team. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 passes here to Taugan. Now, Palahe. But Makalo on the side of 𝐸𝐸 getting that basket. Now 𝗏𝗍, 18 seconds to shoot here, and a whistled foul. 50-45 on our scoreboard. 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here. Now 𝗏𝗍, 15 seconds to shoot. 𝗏𝗏𝗏, no good this time. Now, Team 𝐸𝐸, what will they do to lessen that gap of Team Mayon? Guarin, no good. Now, kailangan kunin ng Team 𝐸𝐸 yung opportunity na hindi nakakakuha ng puntos itong Team Mayon. Because looking at now, paunti-unti na naman nilang inilalayo yung kanilang puntos against Team 𝐸𝐸. 𝗵𝗏𝗃. Now, Team 𝐸𝐸, 52-45. Punzulan. Hindi ka na mawala yung bola dito on the side of Team 𝐸𝐸, but Carlo Caroche passes to 𝗵𝗏𝗃. 12 seconds to shoot. Now let's see here. Double team, and that ball will stay on the side of Team 𝐸𝐸.
An attempt for 3, unsuccessful, but whistle coming from our referee here. 4 minutes and 32 seconds remaining for our third quarter. 52-45 is our score. Arellano, clean basket for that first attempt. No good on that second try. Let's see on his last free throw shot kung madadagdagan ba dito ang kanilang score. And right on cue, 1 point will be added on their side. Now, Team Mayon, anong gagawin ditong pagbawi? Margallo, passing it to Taugan. Goes inside, pero great defense on the side of Team Isarog. Mon Arellano losing that ball back to Team Mayon. Back-to-back steal for both teams. Wow. This is the defense na talagang hinihintay natin for these both teams. Now, patuloy na umaarangkada itong Team Isarog to lessen the gap na hawak ng Team Mayon. And foul was whistled on the side of Team Isarog. Taugan. Inbounding that one, passing it to Margallo, and now to his teammate. Masinas, unsuccessful in that attempt. Another opportunity para dito sa Isarog to lessen the gap. Magalong, no good. Taugan, wala pa din. Medyo hirap dito ang dalawang kupunan when it comes to their offense. But let's see kung makakakuha na ng puntos dito. Sad to say, wala pa din. Margallo to Monay. An exchange of ball possession, but this time, 𝐒𝐿𝐄 with a 3 points on the side of Team Isarog. Wow. Ito na yung hinihintay dito, Teen, on the side of Team Isarog. Their outside shooting. 52-all is our score. Monay. Passing it to his teammate. No good on that attempt. 𝐒𝐿𝐄. Bantay sarado dito ni Monay. No good. And a whistle coming from our referee here. 𝐒𝐿𝐄 on that free throw line for an opportunity to steal the lead on the side of Team Mayon. And yun nga, 1 point. 1 point lead ang hawak on the side of 𝐒𝐿𝐄 and the rest of the team.
Now, grabing paghabol dito ng Team Isarog, and looking at that 2-point lead of Team Isarog. Talagang bilog yung bola dito. And now, 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here. Anong gagawin itong dalawang kupunan to maintain their momentum? But now, as we can see, Team Isarog, but Mancinas was there to steal that one. And that ball will stay on their side here. 2 minutes and 9. Now let's see here. Dikit yung laban talaga. Itong Team Isarog at Team Mayon. Now a 3-point attempt, no good. Now Taugan for Team Isarog. But Del Rosario snatching that ball. Pero mabilisan lang tong change of ball possession na to. Now Taugan to inbound. Now Ayo. 1 minute and 27 seconds. And still on that lead, Team Isarog, but Margallo will tie that game. Anong pambawi dito? Ayo naman ngayon. One more time for Team Mayon, Del Rosario, and a whistled foul. Now Del Rosario on that free throw line for 2 shots here. First free throw was good.
A minute and 2 seconds remaining for this third quarter. Ball possession on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶. 2-point lead ang kailangang habulin on the side of their team to tie this matchup. Now Ayo looking for his teammate. Passing it to Magalong. Pero no good on that attempt, but a whistle coming from our referee here. Magalong with that free throw. Successful on that first attempt. Let's see on his second try kung maitatabla ba dito ng kanilang kupunan ng ating scoreboard. Yun nga, we are all tied up at 56. So a lot of deadlocks para dito sa ating larong ito. Siyempre, expected na natin dito na talagang talented itong lahat ng players na ito, knowing na they come from different teams and they are the veterans on their teams. That's why kitang-kita natin dito na hindi nagkakalayo ang ating score. 15 seconds. And makakakuha pa dito si Margalio. 5 more seconds to end this third quarter, and that's it. That's the end of our third quarter. Magbabalik po kami for our fourth and deciding quarter to know who is the winner of this All-Star match only here on Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. Back for our fourth and final quarter for our All-Star game dito sa Oragon Basketball League. And as we can see on our scoreboard, 56-54. Grabe, kung kanina nga po doon sa ating third quarter, umabot na sa double-digit lead ng Team Mayon, but Team 𝐸𝐶 hindi nagpatalo. Gumawa ng paraan para bawasan yung kalamangan ng Team Mayon. And now, konti na lang yung kailangan nilang pagtrabahuan dito, and they need to double their effort now because this is the final quarter. And let's see kung sino nga ba ang uuwi ng panalo for our All-Star game
Ito ba ang Taylor Swift Mayon o ang KD Sportswear Isarog? Now, Team Isarog, Martinez, no good. Offensive rebound, still no good here. Now, Team Mayon, an opportunity here to widen that gap. Margallo once again. Kanina pa siya ditong first quarter, babad na babad dito si Margallo for Team Mayon. And still consistent dun sa kanyang pinapakitang laro dito para sa kanyang kupunan. Kaya kahit saan mo talaga ilagay dito si Margallo, talagang he gives his 100% playing. And now, let's see here, jersey number 10. That's good para dito kay Quijano.
You've mentioned earlier, Margallo on the side of Team Mayon, talagang very effective player on the side of their team. Talagang pag nasa loob siya dito ng hard court, 100% yung binibigay niya ditong contribution on the side of Team Mayon. So, let's see kung magiging consistent pa dito ang kanilang team at makukuha or maiuuwi dito ang panalo on their side. 63-58 is our score and still abante pa rin dito ang Team Mayon. Now, Arellano rebounding that one, passing it to Ken Taugan. And now Martinez, heavily guarded here. But andon si Taugan for that second chance point.
Team Mayon, Margallo. Passes now to Mase. Now to hear an update on the side of Team Isarog, kung ano pa yung gagawin nilang adjustment dito for our final quarter, we have our courtside reporter Kyla. Hi Kyla, take it away.
Thank you, Rick and Teen. We are now on the last quarter of this matchup at patuloy nga ang pagbawi ng KD Sportswear Isarog na kung saan ginawa nila ang lahat para maihabol ang score ng kalaban. Coaches remind sa team na wag magiging complacent sa last quarter ng laban na ito. Always step up for the team at bawasan na lahat ng lapses na nakomit nila during the last 3 quarters of the game. The question is, will the KD Sportswear Isarog get this game o maiuwi ito ng Taylor Swift Mayon? Yan ang ating dapat abangan at tutukan only here at Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. For now, balik sa inyo, Rick and Teen.
Thank you so much for that, Kyla. So yun nga, the question remains, kanino mapupunta ang panalo this afternoon? Will it go on the side of Team Mayon? Or will it go on the side of Team Isarog? Yan ang aabangan natin dito sa natitirang 6 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Ayan, 65-60. 5 more points to tie this matchup on the side of Team Isarog. And on the other side of things, to hear an update, tawagin natin ang ating courtside reporter na si Chen. Hi Chen, anong balita sa inyong kupunan?
Well, thank you, Rick and Teen. Nandito na nga tayo sa fourth and last quarter of the game. Paunti-unti na nga ipinapakita ng dalawang kupunan ang kanilang tibay at galing sa larangan ng basketball. Talagang parehas gustong umuwing panalo para dito sa All-Star Game. At para naman sa Team Mayon, this is their last push to establish a strong man-to-man defense para makuha ang panalo. Kaya naman mga kaibigan, mga Oragon, wag na wag yung papalampasin ang bakbakang ito. Dito lang yan sa Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon. Back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Chen. Ayan nga, man-to-man defense na yung gagawin dito ng Team Mayon to really showcase and to really get the win against Team Isarog. As you can see right now, down to 5-point lead here. Now, Arellano, first free throw was good. And that's 2 free throws for Mon Arellano here, key player of the Ateneo Golden Knights. Now, 𝗔𝗶𝗴𝗲 was called on the side of Team Mayon. And as we can see, Team Mayon consistent doon sa kanilang pinapakita from first quarter up until now, the last quarter of this All-Star game. But at the same time, Coach 𝗏𝗏, meron pang gustong patunayan dito. He needs a communication connection between his players. Kaya naman titignan natin with this remaining minutes of our fourth quarter kung anong gagawin dito ng Team Mayon to really get the win against Team Isarog dahil itong ang Team 𝐸𝐶 dito talagang grabe kung maglaro din. Nahahabol nila yung magagandang gameplay dito ng Team Mayon. Kaya naman medyo mahihirapan talaga tayo at talagang dik-dik yung labanan dito ng ating dalawang koponan. Now, 69-66 on our scoreboard here. Just a 3-point lead of Team Mayon.
5 minutes remaining on this match. Mase. Passing it to 𝗔𝗴𝗲 and successful on that connection para dito sa Team Mayon. 71-66 is our score in favor on the side of Team Mayon. Now Team 𝐸𝐶 with the ball possession as 𝐷𝐿𝑒𝑛 find his way inside, passing it to Martinez. Martinez pushing that one and a great sale coming from 𝗔𝗲𝗲. Margallo to his teammate. Masinas was blocked. Quijano passing it to Taugan, back to him for the 3-point attempt. No good. The ball will stay on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶. Ayan, substitution on the side of 𝐻𝐾D Sportswear. Team 𝐸𝐶, Doloso ipapasok dito. And Vattiancela with that 3 points. Wow. It's not yet over on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶.
Now, just a 2-point lead of Team Mayon. Now, an opportunity here para dito sa Team 𝐸𝐶 to tie this game with this remaining minutes of our final quarter. And Arellano cutting that basket. Now we are on the intensity again of this all-star game. 71 all. And grabe yung hinabol dito ng Team 𝐸𝐶, but Margallo, no good. Quijano with that rebound, but 𝗔𝗲𝗲 was there to snatch it. Margallo once again, this time he will make sure that it will go in, because it's very important now. Every ball possession counts for Team Mayon and Team 𝐸𝐶. Now that we are fast approaching the last 2 minutes of this all-star game. Now Doloso, 15 seconds to shoot here, passes to Arellano. Now Arellano finds Martinez with 8 seconds against Chimo. Now Vattiancela releases 3, no good, and a tip. And that ball stays on. Napatawag na nga ng timeout dito ang Team 𝐸𝐶. It is 73-71 in favor of Team Mayon. Now on that last sequence nitong ating fourth quarter, napakaganda nung pinakita dito ng dalawang koponan, most especially Team 𝐸𝐶, na talagang lumalaban, dinidikit yung kanilang puntos dito against Team Mayon. Now with this 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining, ano kaya yung gagawin dito ng Team Mayon to maintain this lead and to get the win? Or will the Team 𝐸𝐶 will double their effort, snatch it last minute, last seconds of this matchup?
Arellano to Vattiancela, and now Magalong finding their way inside, and a great sale coming from Mase. Wow, that's the passing that Margallo wants. On the side of Team Mayon, Magalong to Martinez, and unsuccessful in that one. And Margallo.
Now Masinas. Babawi. The Rosado checks in para dito sa ating Team Mayon, because Masinas, meron siyang cut ngayon sa kanyang mukha, and we hope that he is okay. So we are asking for a medic here to check on that one. Now, Team Mayon, Burse passes to Margallo. Now, Mase for a three-pointer. No good. But Kinsella secure that one. Aureliano now running for that basket. Aureliano, despite that, guards inside. Aureliano still gets it. Now 73-75. So it is still Mayon's lead here for our fourth quarter. Now Mase. Miscue on the side. Lost opportunity para dito sa ating
A minute and 8 seconds remaining for this match. 75-73, 2-point lead ang hawak ng Team Mayon. Now, Team 𝐸𝐶 has the chance to steal the lead. And speaking of getting the lead, on your screen, Bon Aureliano nagpakawala ng 3. And with that, abante dito ng 1 puntos ang kanilang kupunan. 76-75, Team 𝐸𝐶.
Now, ito yung hinihintay natin. Aureliano getting that three-pointer here. Now, with only seconds remaining here, with 𝐸𝐶 having that 1-point lead, what will happen? This is what we're talking about. Team Mayon having that advantage since the first quarter up until now, but Team 𝐸𝐶 fighting on their way to get this win, and now having that 1-point lead and only 36 seconds remaining. What will happen now? Will Team 𝐸𝐶, nag-struggle man sila during that first quarter, umabante nung second quarter, third quarter, double-digit lead ng Team Mayon, but now in our fourth quarter, it is Team 𝐸𝐶 with that 1-point advantage here. Now let's see, Margallo, what will he do now? With only seconds remaining. And a steal coming from Batyansala. 35, and
wow.
Batyansala getting that basket. And with that, Coach Tupe called for a timeout because we are looking at Team 𝐸𝐶 with so much determination, and they are really celebrating small wins here. Now it is 78-75. 78 for our Team 𝐸𝐶, 75 on our Team Mayon. With 22 seconds remaining here, ang dami pa pong pwedeng mangyari dito. But kudos to Team 𝐸𝐶.
Yes.
Dahil doon sa mga last minutes ng kanilang laro dito, talagang tinodo nila. And now having that 3-point lead, meron silang advantage, but at the same time, no room for complacency. Dahil itong Team Mayon siguradong babawi dito. And let's see, baka mamaya Team Mayon pa yung uuwi ng panalo dito.
And I would like to commend the 3 points coming from Bon Aureliano, the game changer para dito sa ating natitirang 22 seconds. Kanina abante dito yung Team Mayon, but with that 3 points coming from Aureliano, talagang napunta sa kanila ang kalamangan. At sinundan pa yan ng 2 points coming from his teammates. So let's see, kasi 3 puntos dito ang kalamangan on the side of Team 𝐸𝐶. So let's see kung magkakaroon ba tayo ng overtime, or will the Team 𝐸𝐶 get this win against the Team Mayon? Yan ang abangan natin dito because 22 seconds, medyo mahaba-haba pa.
Now, the Rosario passes to Margallo. Now Margallo to Burse. No good on that 3-pointer. Now with only seconds away here, Batyansala once again with his ball possession. But Chimo holding on to that jersey of Batyansala. At talagang, this is really an all-star game. Chimo natawa na lang doon sa ginawa niya kay Batyansala. Napatawag na nga ng timeout itong Team 𝐸𝐶. 7 seconds with 3-point lead of Team 𝐸𝐶. So let's see. Again, this is an all-star game between Team Kitty Sportswear Isarog and Taylor Swift Mayon, ang ating all-star game ng Oragon Basketball League. Grabe yung nilaro dito ng Team Isarog.
Yes.
Akala natin Team Mayon dahil nasa kanila yung momentum, napakagandang momentum from the start of the first quarter up until the fourth quarter. Pero nung pumasok yung mga huling minuto nitong fourth quarter, umabante ng Team Isarog. And now having the 3-point lead, di natin alam kung ano yung pwedeng mangyari. Because with this 7 seconds remaining, Team Isarog can secure the win, but at the same time, this 7 seconds is still big for Team Mayon. So we don't know what will happen here. So no room for complacency at all for Team Isarog here. Because malay natin, Team Mayon will snatch it and get the 3-pointer. Now, Team Isarog with a whistled foul. 5 seconds remaining.
Ayan, 3 points ang abante dito on the side of Team KD Sportswear Isarog. Wow. The turnaround of events. And now, the ball possession will go on the side of Team Mayon. And a timeout was called on the side of Team Mayon din. Maximizing the timeout on the side of Coach Tupe. 78-75 in favor on the side of Team Isarog with 5 more seconds para dito sa ating laro.
No, Rick, ang daming pwedeng mangyari dito. With this 5 seconds, Coach Tupe, ano yung gagawin niyang game plan dito? Now, yung taong pagbibigyan ng bola dito, yung pinagkakatiwalaan nila. I think it's Margallo that will hold the ball with this remaining seconds. But let's see what will happen here if we will have a overtime, because it's a 3-point lead of Team Isarog, and if ever it is Margallo that will get ball, there's still a big chance that he can shoot it, he can get basket. Pero ang daming pwedeng mangyari. Of course, Team Isarog, gagawin nila yung lahat to defend the basket here. Let's see kung anong gagawin dito ng Team Mayon. Most especially sila yung nagkahabol ng 3 puntos. Now, again, 5 seconds remaining. Will it be Team Isarog that will secure the win, or a clutch game for Team Mayon here? Now, 5 seconds to shoot here. Let's see Margallo to inbound. Now passes to Burse. Now Burse heavily guarded here. Del Rosario, and he gets it. He gets that basket. And this is what we're talking about, everyone. Meron pang chance. Napakalaki pa ng ating 5 segundo. Now let's take a look at it again. With his remaining seconds, Del Rosario was the guy to look at para dito sa ating Team Mayon, and he gets that 3-pointer. Whoa. That was really intense for Team Mayon. Grabe yung tiwalang ibinigay nila dito kay Del Rosario.
Yes.
And he really execute that well.
Wow. What a 3-point shot coming from Del Rosario. Kung kanina siya dito yung binilinan ni Coach Tope on that last minutes on the third quarter, siya naman ngayon ang nagkaroon ng napakagandang 3-pointers para dito sa ating fourth and final quarter. And with the 3 points, mukhang magkakaroon pa tayo dito ng overtime because it's 10 milliseconds para dito sa ating fourth quarter.
Now, we're really secured an overtime here because with that point 10, and of course Team Mayon will make sure that they will guard well this Team Isarog. And I think we're looking for another 5 minutes of action here for our all-star game between Team 𝐸𝐶 and Team Mayon. Again, it is 0.10 milliseconds here. Now, Team 𝐸𝐶, nasa kanila na sana yung kanilang panalo, but Rosario snatch it. Now, Arellano to inbound. What will happen now?
Wow. And that's the end of our fourth quarter. And we are extending it para dito sa ating all-star match. Wow. Napakaganda ng ginawa doon ni Del Rosario, extending this and making it on our overtime. When we come back, malalaman na natin ang ating winner dito sa ating all-star match. Only here on Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon.
Once again, congratulations to Team Mayon and Team Sarod. And of course, for the players of the game, Margalio and Arellano, palakpakan natin sila.
And that's the end of our All-Star match, and congratulations for these both teams for tying this matchup. And beside us is our best player of the game. Since nagtie tayo, dalawang ating best player of the game. Beside me is jersey number 2 Margalio with 28 points, 1 block, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. So congratulations on your big win dito sa ating All-Star match. So how was the experience competing to your opponents and knowing that your team is shuffled from different veteran players? So ano yung nararamdaman mo at ng teammates mo?
Siyempre masaya kasi kumbaga yung mga kalaban namin yung elimination naging kakampi ko. So yun yung naging maganda yun naman yung naging All-Star game kasi both teams naman naging naman yung best. Then yun na nga nangyari tie. So both paras namang team na panalo. Yun naman ano sa akin.
And again, congratulations on your win this day.
Now for our team Isarog, we have our best player of the game, jersey number 3 Arellano with 21 points, 1 block, 3 steals, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Now Arellano, how does it feel na kahit mga star players from different teams, ikaw pa rin yung nag-stand out for your team?
Yun, masaya. And also, need talaga mag-adjust So, may mga veterans kami. So, sa kabila, sila Coach Alvin kalaban. So, yun, masaya kami.
Ngayon, ibigay nyo naman yung inyong mga mensahe sa inyong mga fans na sumusuporta up until now sa inyong mga kupunan.
Thank you so much po sa sumusuporta sa Oragon Basketball League. Patuloy po tayong magsuporta. And sa kila mama, andyan, shout out.
And of course, Coach, ano yung masasabi mo sa mga supporters ng Team Mayon para dito sa All-Stars match?
Maraming salamat po sa suporta sa team ng Team Mayon and syempre sa Isarog. Thank you very much sa panonood and always support the Oragon Basketball League and sa buo ng Oragon Basketball League. Salamat and mas mag-grow pa ito and mas marami pang team ang sumali sa next season. And, watch out the upcoming quarterfinals and the semis until the finals.
And again, congratulations for these 2 best player of this match. So again, tutukan natin ang 𝐕L-Elavil Cup because nasa quarterfinals na po tayo. Again, beside me is our best player of the game from Team Mayon, Alvin Margalio.
And our And that's the end of our All-Star game dito sa ating Oragon Basketball League. Isang napakagandang laban po ang ating napanood between Team Mayon and Team 𝐸𝐶 at tayo nga po tayo dito sa ating All-Star game. Again, I am your commentator, Cristina Alcanzo-Reyes.
And 𝗔𝗽𝗿𝗏, and for more updates para dito sa ating 𝐸𝐿 Cup, next week na po ang ating play-ins. Talagang aabangan natin dito ang ating mga matches pa kasi paunti ng paunti ang ating mga players, our teams na maglalaro dito. Of course, it won't possible without our dearest sponsors. So thank you so much po sa inyong suporta. Again, this is 𝗔𝗽𝗿𝗏 and Christine Reyes, your commentator for this 𝐸𝐿 Cup, only here on Oragon Sports TV, Liga ng mga Kampiyon.